Hey guys, how you doing? Hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video, which is going to be a little bit of a different one. I've never done a come shop with me around this specific place, which is Superdry, and specifically Superdry on Oxford Street, which has got a massive vintage section. But first off, if you're new, hi, welcome, my name is Matt, welcome to my channel. Please take a moment to subscribe if you like a come shop with me, like a haul, like a too good to go bag, a grocery haul, all that kind of plethora of a video. If you like that kind of thing, take a moment to subscribe. It's free, no cost to you. Just click that button down below and ring my bell to be notified when I upload. But as I said, today's video is a little bit of a different one. I've not done one of these before, like a come shop with me around this specific place, I don't think. I'm pretty sure I haven't. It's Superdry. Superdry is not somewhere I particularly shop either. Like, I think I've only ever bought one thing in there, and we're talking like 15 maybe years ago. God, I would have been 15, so probably 15 years ago, maybe not that long ago. I don't know, maybe when I was like 18 or something. You know, the traditional like Superdry, which they do a lot of logo t-shirts and stuff, which they still do, but they do a lot of other things, which I'm obviously filming this after the fact that I've been, so I know what has happened. But I was intrigued. I wasn't even planning on going in here today, and I went yesterday, but I'm filming this bit today, the next day. I wasn't even planning on going on there. I was walking down Oxford Street. I was in London specifically so that I could film some come shop with me's at different places, which I don't normally get to film come shop with me's at, and Superdry happened to just be, well, it didn't just happen to be there, it was there. They used to have a store on Regent Street. It's no longer on Regent Street. That's Uniqlo in that store, and now Superdry is where, if you are familiar, was where Forever 21 on Oxford Street was. So in terms of store size, it's pretty big, but it feels a bit smaller because the whole like aesthetic of how Superdry is laid out is a bit dark, a bit giving old school Hollister vibes, but not really. A little bit, I suppose. I don't know if it's bigger or smaller than the one it used to be on Regent Street or not, I don't know. But that is where Superdry on Oxford Street is, kind of near-ish Bond Street Station, I believe, on Oxford Street. But I was walking past there and I thought, let's just have a look, because I knew, I'd seen on Instagram that they have a Nike vintage store inside, and I wanted to check that out to see what the what the 411 was in terms of that. So I went in my merry way and went in there to have a look. But yeah, without further ado, let's have a look around Superdry today to see what is in, just generally in Superdry, and also to see what this vintage section in the Nike vintage section is on Superdry on Oxford Street. Here we go into Superdry on Oxford Street, and first off we're going to go and look at the Nike, in inverted commas, vintage section. It's just basically vintage streetwear, sportswear that we have here. A majority of it looks like it is like Nike. As you can see, there is a massive selection, and a lot of it is like colour coded. Like, this is all grey Nike stuff, and as you can see, prices are London vintage prices basically. So lots of sweatshirts in here. It's quite overwhelming, in fact. Look at all the stuff that they have available. I'm not sure if it was done in like sizes order either, but you can see the colour selection anyway. It is quite overwhelming, and we've got some more grey stuff over here as well, and you're looking around the £40–45 mark for sweatshirts and bits and bobs. As you can see, it is quite a massive section. It's like bigger than what a normal menswear section would be. More t-shirts and stuff, and then over here we've got like miscellaneous brands that aren't Nike. So we've got like Adidas and other things like that. So it's definitely worth having a look. I just didn't have the time to like go through all of it. But this is the actual Superdry section. So let's have a look around here. We've got polo shirts, which, you know, Hollister and everything like that used to be really big on these back in the day. They were 2 for £70, which is, I'm sure that is like cheaper than what it used to be. T-shirts and things, if you want Superdry splattered all over it, you can do, but they had some really nice like varsity jackets in here. This looks really nice, and it was actually cheaper than what I thought it would be. I think that said £99, but they got like loads of those. I was gravitating more to this because, you know, it's like my favourite colour. But it's got Superdry written on the front, and I'm not... I was never really the biggest fan of Superdry in the past, and I just wanted to have a look in the store, really. This was a... nice like shacket, £64.99 for that. what else have we got? We're like cargo pants. There was quite a lot of those in here as well. And this rugby, you know, I love a rugby top. I cannot resist one. This was black with the Superdry logo on it. Hopefully you can see that price there. Moving on to here, this was like non-branded, like didn't have a Superdry splattered on things. So we've got like jackets, which were quite good. So like this, we've got jeans. I knew Superdry did jeans, but I don't know, has anyone tried them? We've got like plain, what do you call this, like flannel check shirts in here in like different colours. They had quite a lot of wintry stuff still. Like maybe this here, these quarter zips and stuff are like all year round things, in my opinion. Like I'd wear these to work all year round. But in terms of like, they had some coats and things like that. We've got some like plain shirts with not even any Superdry branding on. We've got this, like this, I think this is like an autumn item, in my opinion. And we've got like pea coats over here as well. And so much stuff. It was such a big store. And as you can see, look, this is the staircase at the back. It's like massive. And then we've got like more branded stuff over here, but there were some more unbranded bits here. Like all these shirts are not branded with like Superdry on. We've got shorts. We've got shirts, like linen type shirts. We've got more like normal shirts that don't even have Superdry written on them. It's just like a standard shirt. And we've got like t-shirts that don't have any branding on really either. So, and like these are like, you know, fun type shirts that don't have any branding on. You would not know that is Superdry, would you? So definitely, if you're looking for some nice quality stuff, because the quality of it is fairly nice, because Superdry, you know, they've got good quality. If you're looking for that, but you don't want branded stuff, then that is still good to go. I do like this though. I know it's got Superdry there, but I do like a varsity stripe. We've got some more varsity jackets and things over here. I did not really realise the till was behind me and there was someone on it. So I was trying to be a bit inconspicuous about what I was doing. And then we've got some more jackets and bits and bobs over here. So, Superdry has a very big section. I'm not sure if it was any more than 2 floors, I can't remember, but the menswear was upstairs and had the whole floor. There was quite a lot of it. Very big space. Was very impressed in terms of how much stock and space they had. I didn't even know Superdry did all that kind of stuff, and they still had like winter wear, as in coats and stuff in, and they had a lot of stuff that wasn't branded as such. They had a lot of stuff that was branded that had like Superdry splattered across it, but a lot of stuff that wasn't, which was good. But if you wanted something with Superdry splattered across it, you could have that, go ahead. But they had a whole section like smart shirts and like very minimal branded stuff, as well as some nice like worker style jacket, like Carhartt jacket styles, as well as like trousers and things like that. So it's really good in terms of that. A bit on the pricier side, but Superdry is a bit pricier than what you would normally get on the high street. And then going into the vintage section, which is the bit that as I was walking past, I nearly didn't go in, but then I was like, I remember that does have that. Let me have a look to see what it is and what it's like. And it was it was quite big. I would say it's like a normal size men's section, but I think it was unisex in terms of it. I didn't get to look around the whole thing because I think they were restocking some of it, but there was a lot of stock. But I would say it was more expensive than like a charity shop would be, which I'm normally used to like prices of like, say, a Nike sweatshirt in a charity shop being no more than like top end £10, £12 or something, at the very top end. In Superdry it was like 40 as the standard. That's what the most, like 40, 45 is what I saw as the price being on most of the like sweatshirts and things, like the Nike sweatshirts and stuff like that. So if you're going to think you're going to go in there and look for a bargain, you aren't going to get that. It is like vintage London prices, which you're going to get at like a traditional vintage store. I say traditional, you know, like something like Rocket. I haven't been in Rocket in years. I went in one years ago. I don't know, I think I did a haul with this years and years ago. Do not search my channel, but years ago, and I bought a vintage Levi's denim jacket in Rocket in Covent Garden 7 Dials area. It was near opposite the Urban Outfitters in like Covent Garden, but it's not like in the main square of Covent Garden. It's a bit further down. I got it in there because like I remember back in the day, all the bloggers were obsessed with going to Rocket and buying like vintage stuff, like specifically vintage denim jacket. I think it was a bit more than I wanted to spend. I think it was like £30–40. And this was back when I was like student. And they all were coming back with like £25 jackets, but I didn't see any. There wasn't any Levi's jackets in this. That was a tangent. There wasn't any Levi's jackets in this vintage section in Superdry. It was literally all sportswear. Nike is a bit deceiving. They had other brands as well, but it was there was a lot of Nike. There was a lot of. It was very overwhelming, in fact, and very, because everything obviously, unlike a normal store, is specifically, there's only one of each item is what I'm trying to say. So it was very overwhelming in terms of the stuff and the stock available. It wasn't that curated. It didn't seem that, actually it was in like color coded sections, but some of the stuff was just like all there, and some of the stuff was, it was either like Nike, there was other brands, but also like actual sports teams, like maybe American sports teams and stuff like that. So it's good to have a little look around. I didn't spend too much time in there because I was on a bit of a time crunch yesterday when I wanted to go around lots of different places. I wanted to get back reasonably early because I needed to do some work and stuff, but it might be worth having a look in there if you want to just have a look. Two, you haven't really got much, like you're not limited on terms of your budget, and you want to hunt a massive selection of vintage Nike stuff on Oxford Street in a branded store. I don't know, but probably the best, I've never been, but probably the best places to go would probably be like Brick Lane or Camden in terms of that kind of stuff, but then they probably jump up the prices as well because vintage is very popular. But yeah, let me know your thoughts down below. Have you been in Superdry recently? Are you surprised, disappointed? Comments and thoughts on your collection, on the collection that they have available. And if you have been, also comment if you've been in the Superdry on Oxford Street as well, and specifically been into the vintage section. Did you even know that was there? You're going to have a look around it now that you've seen. But yes, other than that, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you're not already, please take a moment to subscribe. As I said at the beginning, it's free. There's no cost to you for doing so. Just click that button down below and ring my bell to be notified of when I upload. If you like a come shop with me like we've done today, I've got plenty and more of a come shop with me around specifically London stores coming. There's probably 8 come shop with me's coming on London store, so you definitely want to stay tuned, and it'll be spattered in with lots of other stuff. So the whole month of June basically is going to be lots of come shop with me's and hauls and stuff like that, so stick around for that. Follow my Instagrams, which are always linked down below, and other than that, I shall see you in the next one. Man, I still go, 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 go. Hustle hard, hustle every single